Hurricane Irma barreling down on Florida, and joining us now by phone is that state's senior Senator Bill Nelson. Sir, what's the latest that you're hearing? First of all, in terms of the power that this storm might have, we're hearing comparisons to Andrew, and they're not good, as this could be far worse.
Absolutely. You think 25 years ago to Andrew, the state was not prepared. The federal government was not prepared. I think that's the big difference today. I think the coordination between the state, local, and federal governments are all there. The mistake in New Orleans and Katrina, for example, where the U.S. military and the Louisiana National Guard were on separate pages, I think that has been taken care of now with a coordinator between the Guard as well as the U.S. military. There seems to be the coordination on all the emergency operations centers, which I've been over several. And I think Florida's prepared. But when you get 155 plus miles an hour winds, nobody is going to be prepared for that kind of destruction.
Bill, Joe Scarborough here. We've been through too many of these, and I want to ask you about your particular expertise when Andrew came ashore. Obviously, understanding your primary concern and all of our primary concern is the safety of Floridians. But you were the insurance commissioner, and you saw what a heavy toll Andrew took on ultimately insurance rates, not only for Floridians, but all Americans, because of the massive cost of that storm. Can you even begin to calculate the impact on insurance ratepayers when you put together what happened in Houston and now what's going to be happening straight up the center of Florida next week?
It's definitely going to have an effect. The good news is that in Andrew 25 years ago, there was no insurance backup, or in other words, a reinsurance fund. As a result of Andrew, when insurance companies went bust, when they fled the state, when the two big ones, even State Farm and Allstate, were shedding policies right and left, there were such massive insurance losses that the entire state of Florida was paralyzed for homeowners insurance. The correction to that is now in place is a reinsurance fund, the Florida Hurricane Catastrophic Fund, that has billions of dollars of reserves that will insure against the insurance companies going bust. So it's much better. But your point with Texas and now Florida, FEMA is really stretched in all of its resources. They've actually had to pull people out of Texas and pre-position them for Florida. Same with supplies. So whatever has improved since Andrew 25 years ago, we're really going to get a strain this time.
We're also, Senator, looking at a lot of pictures as you're speaking of people's houses that were literally blown to thousands of pieces during Hurricane Andrew. It reminds me of another example of how actually government and regulations have their place. I remember after Andrew, an extraordinarily rigid new set of building codes that were implemented not only in South Florida, but across the entire state. How big of an impact do you think that will have when we have to face a Cat 4, Cat 5 storm?
Joe, you obviously have great insight. That was one of the biggest lessons learned from 25 years ago. I'll never forget being in a helicopter over Ground Zero, which was downtown Homestead, Florida. I saw only two buildings left. One was the bank building, and the other one was an old Florida cracker house, which had been built back in the 20s to withstand the winds. And everything, I mean everything, was leveled. It was because There were no building codes. Since then, you'll remember in the Panhandle in the 90s, you could go along the beach in a helicopter after those hurricanes. There would be one structure that was virtually untouched because it had been built to the new building codes, and right next door to it would be a completely demolished structure.
Yeah.
Senator Bill Nelson, thank you so much
difference
for being on the show this morning. This is really a terrible time for Florida. We'll be watching it coming up.
Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.